welcome back to my channel. Today is a very long overdue video and you guys have been asking me for it for a long time, and by a long time I mean at least a year and a half, because I came up with this concept at my office, which was outside of my home at the time, and I just did it, and you guys always asked, and I told you how I did it, but new people kept coming and still wanting to know. And then in my other office that we just moved from, I did it and I didn't film it and I felt bad, but I was like, you know what, it's really a simple concept. And then when I moved my office from one room to this room, I was like, hold the phone, I am going to film it for them. So it actually gave me a good excuse to change up the background a little bit and the coolest part about this is it's so easily interchangeable. If I wasn't moving rooms, I could have just changed out the paper and it would have been really cool. But we were moving rooms and I actually left the other one up in the room that's gonna be the guest room, because I'm gonna do a pegboard wall in there as well soon that goes with whatever theme I do our guest room in, which is gonna be super cool because it's a pegboard. I can hang things and put different cool things on it. So let's get going. This is a really easy DIY, but everybody loves it so much, I had to film it. So let's get going. Alrighty, so you're gonna need some basic tools to hang your pegboard, maybe a husband, that helps a little bit. So he used a drill, a measuring tape, yeah, that's what that's called, and the screw things that have the drywall pieces, and a level and a mallet. Okay, I do know all these words, I'm not stupid. Okay, so we just made sure that we hung the center one first and that it was level, and when you get it where you want it and level, you just have to make little marks in all the holes where you're going to want to put the screws. So we just did not the first row, but the second row and then midway down, and this is a really easy tip for hanging these because you don't have to measure anything. I also had this funky outlet right in the middle, but I actually like it there. So I had to figure out where that was and made a square. So then you're gonna need to pre-drill holes. This is just because when you're doing pegboard, you probably wanna hang some things on it, so you want it to be pretty sturdy. And then you hit the blue part, I don't know, yours might be a different color, but you hit the drywall portion of the screw into the holes. And Dustin used our drywall cutter just because it was handy at the moment, because our kitchen's under construction, to cut this, but you might have a better tool to cut, and you probably won't be working around an outlet like I was. Okay, then you also need these 1/2-inch spacers. Good tip, go to Home Depot, because Lowe's had no idea what I was talking about when I was asking for pegboard spacers, but they probably have them in the hardware section. And then you just screw all of your screws about 3/4 of the way in. You don't want to tighten them down yet. You want to get all of them in first, and then you can go in and tighten them after you have all 6 of the screws in. So just tighten those against the wall, and see that outlet? That is just so weird that it's right there, but I do like it because it's like for my laptop and stuff. Anyways, I digress. Okay, so the next one, we just laid the level on top of the center one and butted the other one up against the level, and then moved the level over to the top to make sure that it's actually level itself, and then repeated that for the other 2. And then my husband went to work and I got to decorating. So I bought a new pack of paper, and I love buying packs of paper because they always go together, and you can find them in kind of like the themes that you're going for. So I love grays and blush pink, and I lay them out in these little mini grids on my table before, so that I can see where papers need to be switched around, and I can change them going vertical and horizontally, and then I get to work by laying them onto the pegboard. The cool thing about these is they're 12-inch by 12-inch squares, and the pegboards are exactly 2 by 4 sheets of paper. And this pack actually has like an extra inch, so I just overlapped and made sure that the extra inch was where I wanted it. I'm also using glue dots for this, which I learned are not my favorite. I actually like the double-sided foam, but the glue dots worked great. They're just kind of a pain in the butt to get the back off. And then you do that on all 4, or all 3, however many you're doing, you do that on them. And then I had to cut around my outlet, so I just put 1 sheet of paper on at a time and slowly snipped some of these. You'll notice that I ended up folding some of the pieces, so I didn't have such a sharp edge. So on this one, I believe I just snipped it, and then instead of cutting it, I just folded it so that it matched up with the other side. And then you do that on the other 4 papers. I think it's kind of cool that it happened to be in the one spot where all 4 papers came together, and it actually looks pretty cute around my outlet. I just need to find a better cover or change the outlet out because it's definitely 1979. It's yellow. All right, and then once you're done, you've got a fun pegboard.